Honolulu, the most infamous bay on Oahu. You're gonna want a picture of this. Snap away. Let's start our descent and get ready for the landing. We're arriving in Honolulu, the last stop of our trip.
You've shown your worth by flying the Veteran. Now it will fly only for you. The Transport F4U Corsair is yours. A present from the Motorfest.
Pamehana maikala. Hau oli, mai no ke ola. Ualohe paha oe no MoeY. MoeY a piki. MoeY a ho'opaha I kala. MoeY nui a iwa iwa. E ole o MoeY. Piha pono ai ke ao. I ka mehana o kala. Honolulu, the gathering place. This is where I live. Choke things to show you. But we only have time for one race. So, how do you feel about going on a street art tour? Look at this building. It's like the town's welcoming you. You'll see a lot of them in town. All of them with its own style and meaning. Driving in the state capital. Crazy. Pay attention. An amazing mural on your right soon. Kamehameha's art. 2 generations linked by Hawaiian culture. Beautiful. Chee-hoo. The race is getting crazy. Don't miss the next one. Remember Lono? That's him with Kaikilani, the woman he loved. Check out these Hawaiian patterns. It celebrates the oceanic people and all of the great heritage and traveling across the great expanse. Made by my boy, another local, Corey Tong. Here we go again. The festival. I love what they've done here. Another gathering place. So blessed to be with you on this journey. I'm not saying goodbye, but instead, hui ho. We'll surely meet again. The island is not so big.
The reward vehicle waiting for you. What a trip! I don't see many other places that could top this island for the next Motorfest edition in my database. Photos make great memories, but cars even more so. The Ford Bronco is yours, and it comes with a complimentary rubber ring for lounging around. You've earned it. Let's complete this playlist. Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, driver.
Fasten your seatbelts, folks. The season is ending, but the show is just getting started.
Exactly. Motorfest is paying tribute to some of the most extreme motorsport tournaments out there. You can expect some lengthy, demanding endurance races. And contests that will take you to the highest landmarks of Hawaii. That is, if you're up to the task.
And you better be. Otherwise, how do you expect to win this beast?
seem to be events just begging to be completed. Fairly close, driver. get it this time. this time. Be kind, rewind. Let's call this a duo. But shame in trying again. We'll get it this time. Rewind that one. Let's complete this playlist. In a few minutes, you'll enter the world of muscle cars. Beware, you may never want to leave. Muscle cars are more than just a 70-year-old car trend. It's an entire chunk of the American car culture. To tons of people, muscle cars are the epitome of what a vehicle should represent. Allure and power, with some crucial tweaks, and just the right amount of outside-of-the-box thinking. Cars in their fullest might and glory. There's no standard definition of a muscle car. They are sometimes described as American-made two-door sports cars with a powerful engine. But that's a little reductive, don't you think? Others define them by their V8 engines and rear-wheel drivetrains. The truth is, Muscle cars are a philosophy. It's a creed more than anything else. Want to experience it for yourself? Well, good news. We're almost there. The American dream. It's punch it or punch out. No way around it. To the next objective. Don't expect the first event to be a warm-up. Things will get tough real fast. But you'll be backed up by one of the festival's closest partners, Jim Hayfield, a rock star among car collectors. That's not a figure of speech. Jim's an actual rock star who just so happens to own one of the greatest muscle car collections in the world. He's the person lending us all the cars you'll drive during this playlist, and he's got quite the lineup. The tag's right there. A heartbeat, the song of a V8, music on. Turn up the volume if you dare.
Jimmy okay? How's it going in there? Yeah, Jim here. I'm guessing you've been told I'll be tagging along. That is my car you're driving after all. All right, let's get straight into it. Rock on! I'm here because my boys at Motorfest needed the best possible lineup for this gig, and just so happens, I got the greatest models you can ask for in my garage. Here's the drill. I provide, you drive. That's one lap. Don't get shy now. Every car you'll use in this playlist are part of my personal collection. But hey, that's okay. This was my idea, so don't get all nervous about it. These ponies are made for rough handling. No matter how fast and harsh you drive, they can take it. And I've been told, you know your way around cars anyway. No sweat, just go. Whether you're a musclehead or you're just here for the discovery tour, it doesn't matter. If you're into cars, you're gonna love this. Just listen to that V8, like a chunky, down-tuned guitar riff. Another lap to go. You got the path memorized? Then punch it! Kind of reminds me of Jackson, Wyoming. I played there a couple of times. You know, feel good, small town kind of vibe, mountain ranges. I know, we're in Hawaii, but the mind wanders. Gotta say, I like the climate here better. That's it. Fire it up. Great job, hired gun. Looks like Motorfest didn't BS me about you.
Racing. The two of pretty much intertwined. Muscle cars became popular during the 60s. At the time, they were mostly rear-wheel drive cars made from affordable everyday vehicle bases, but equipped with powerful V8 engines from much larger machines. One of the goals in making such performance-focused cars was covering a quarter mile as fast as possible. Can you guess which motor racing sport is about going all out for that very distance? Indeed, drag racing. There's a strip real close. A proper try is better than 1,000 words.
racing time. Don't overthink, just burn and fly. Right on! Well, now that was some run. Keep that gauge in the green zone. A good burn is essential here. Yeah, that was gnarly. Let's do it again. Come on, give me that perfect burn. You've got pipes? Like a backup singer in a metal band.
About American muscle cars without talking drag racing. The two are pretty much intertwined.
Drag racing time. Don't overthink, just burn and fly. Right on! Well, now that was some run. Keep that gauge in the green zone. A good burn is essential here. Yeah, that was gnarly. Let's do it again. Burn that rubber! You've got pipes? Like a backup singer in a metal band.
for freedom. The freedom to turn an ordinary car into a vehicular marvel, with a state of mind far away from luxury brand strategies and pricing, and the freedom you feel from actually being behind the wheel of said cars. But Jim should be much better than I am at conveying emotions. He's human after all.
This time it's one of those outrun type of events. Drive fast, hit the checkpoints on time. It's just like that Red game from the 80s. You digging the soundtrack? It's the spot, right? That's my mixtape we're listening to. Meshes well with the sound of the engines, you feel me? I couldn't put you through a muscle car ride without some proper riffs, could I? What kind of vibe are you getting from that Mustang GT? The thing about muscle cars is it's all about that optimal weight-power ratio, which brings top-notch performance, that sweet spot. Past this point, you're in for a serious series of turns. Make sure to stay on the road. Told ya, and there's more coming. But hey, curves are part of the fun. woods. Finish big. This gig's all gravy for you. Am I right?
To the next freedom-infused event, we're going to make an extra stop. We have a little surprise for you. Although in this case, little may be a poor choice of words. Just head towards the beach and you'll understand. We're real close.
How it's gonna be. All right. Let's do this. Monster trucks need monster beats. I've got the perfect hip-hop jewel for this crowd. They had it coming. Obviously won't handle like a regular Mustang GT. Lucky for you, this is a 2-lap race. You got 1 lap to find your footing and 1 to feed your opponent some dirt.
It's like it never happened.
Comes the jump. Now let's crank it to 11. Monster trucks popped up in the late 70s, mostly just for showboating. They only really became a thing in the 80s. Man, that decade truly was something. You made it through the first lap. Time to crush and destroy. Real American monster trucks are used in 2 types of competitions: freestyle stunt and racing. Given Motorfest's racing DNA, we obviously went for the latter. Don't be afraid to use these banked ramps. Ready for takeoff? Yeah! Cool, show me some more. fire! Give me... Ah, I forgot to rest. performance, dude. You put on quite a show.
Now, back on track. We're heading north for a race through the swamp this time. Don't worry, you'll still be driving a muscle car. The Mustang GT from 2011 is waiting for you as we speak. Except this unit is custom made for off-roading. Jim's passion for muscle cars is not restricted to asphalt. That man would drive muscle cars on the moon if he could. We're closing in. When you spot the wind turbines, it'll mean you have arrived. Your opponents are already there. Go on and join the melee.
That little bulldozer you got there can face anything. See? You can trust me with that car. Prepping it like 10 minutes before you showed up. It is ready to gobble up every square mile of swampland, if you ask it to. You got this, don't slow down. Second lap, keep up with the beat, stay on top. It's a 3-lap brawl this time, don't waver. You can go full speed, through the mud, through water, through the weeds. Ain't nothing gonna stop you. Same goes for these ramps, flat out. All right. Water pond, don't think twice. Make that Mustang jump like the devil is after it. Third and last turn of that swamp cruise. Go for it and don't be afraid to get your wheels dirty. Hold on to your saddle, cowboy. Yeah. That track's so good. Don't listen to me, just listen to this and knock some teeth out. straight line. Use that nitro. One more jump, and you're done. Standing ovation. Show's far from over, though.
The next event is just a few minutes away. A frantic race that goes from the coast to the countryside with an unmistakable Californian vibe. Your next car is one of the most recent entries when it comes to muscle cars. The 2020 Mustang Shelby GT500. Your opponents do not stand a chance.
That's my jam right here. A good old-fashioned off-the-grid competition and a mean muscle car to kick everyone's butt. Come on, dude, bring the thunder. Man, I love that song. Hey, where's my guitar? Find it, damn it. Bottom line is, with my cars and my songs, you're winning this thing, period. Have you ever driven from San Diego to Palm Springs? It's a beautiful scenic route. I'm getting kind of the same vibe from this ride. Kick-ass views and night. stretches of asphalt to let your mount run wild. The best things America can offer. Stand a chance. Mustang Shelby GT500 is a bit on the modern side. Let me tell you, these cars have come a long way since their first appearance. Used to call them hot rods back in the 50s, when greasers just started putting large displacement engines, called big blocks, in cheaper cars. The tech's evolved a great deal since then, but one thing is for sure, the same thrill that drove people to push boundaries back in the day is what's still driving us now. Straight across the roundabout. Don't bother slowing down. Final turn, enter the military base, and that's it. The boys are back in town. There we go. You're first. Couldn't have gone any other way.
Got the toughest cars, so let's take them to the toughest spots, face to face with the island's guardian. I'm talking about the volcano, of course. Remember when I told you Jim would drive these cars on the moon if he could? Well, this is as close as it gets. Once again, the Mustang GT specially tuned for off-roading is waiting for you. This car is your best chance to make it through that David versus Goliath kind of trial. See it in the distance. It's waiting for you.
Got you yet another one of my rally raid prepped Mustang GTs. Just the right tool for the job. have fun. Check out the mountain peak. Hang on, it's gonna get bumpy. Straight ahead, shoot for the stars. Hey, look at the stands on your left. Looks like you got some spectators. Let's give them their money's worth. No mercy, suckers. Get ready to fly. That's right. That's one lap. Now taunt that giant one more time. What a badass shot. I'm getting flashbacks of my drives through Arizona. Good bunch of volcanoes there too. And long, winding roads that disappear into the horizon. On the descent, but save some of your nitro for the jump. Now, thrusters on full. And we have liftoff. Time for the killing blow. Right on. Center stage, dude. Hit the lights. That's how you rock the house.
It is safe to say that so far this playlist is no picnic. You may even think that we've already seen everything there is to see about muscle cars and assume it can't get more intense than this. Well, hold on to that thought. We're going for a ruthless showdown way above the speed limit and way beyond your expectations. Plus, it's a chance to see just how far muscle car customization can go and how cool it can look.
Serious curves are coming right off the bat. Eagle eye, and try to keep your machine under control. You got this, don't slow down. You're off the winding part of the road. Now you can let the supercharged V8 do the talking. Probably figured out by now I'm a massive Shelby GT500 fan. Well, you're currently driving my meanest one, my special Jimbo Full Power Edition. That car is one of the highlights of my collection. Calls to me in my sleep, it does. And it doesn't take no for an answer. Reach the harbor real soon. Quickly closing in on the finish line. Don't you flinch now. That's it. Fire up your guns. That was quite the show. Now all that's left is the encore.
You now know muscle cars have been around since the second half of the 20th century, but somehow we've yet to get you one of the classic oldies. Well, at Jim's request, we decided to catch you on the fly and save the origin story for the grand finale. There's an absolute classic heading your way, a grail among collectors and Jim's greatest pride, the Mustang Boss 429.
This is our final show. Let's get loud. You're driving my #1 car, the star of my collection, the 1969 Mustang Boss 429. Name speaks for itself. One of the oldest muscle cars. Still one of the greatest too, honestly. Second lap, but no second guessing. Keep it real.
Be kind, rewind.
The Boss is an icon. It shaped the golden age of muscle cars from the 60s to the early 70s. This was one of the top dogs. The age when these cars stopped being called hot rods or drag racing cars and became muscle cars. That's right. Even though the hot rodding mindset had been around since the early 50s, it wasn't until the 60s that the term muscle car popped up, embodying an entire generation's rebellious state of mind. At that time, if you were into muscle cars or just into cars in general, the place to be was Detroit. Man. Ever heard of Woodward Avenue? A renowned street for car duels back in the day. My boys in the garage are gonna have a lot of work. Third lap. Let's end this with a proper charge. Show them who's the boss.
It's like it never happened.
One more solo. Give the audience what they deserve. The muscle car spirit in you. Actually, I know 2 words. You rock. Catch you later.
You haven't claimed your reward for this playlist. The muscle car spirit can be described in many ways. but nothing speaks to it better than a head-on encounter with the Chrome itself. I hope you've enjoyed this wild experience to its fullest. As much as Jim would have liked to stick around, his expertise and passion are already requested elsewhere. But he left a special note for you. It says, "Never thought riding passenger could be this much fun. Keep on rocking. P.S. Hope you'll dig the souvenir." A playlist is available, driver. Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, drive. We had a lot of fun making this next playlist. One clue, it centers on one of the most famous car models of all time. Here we go.
The biggest car culture festival on Earth. Of course, the #1 in the world.
Of course, we're all huge Porsche fans, and it means a lot to us to have such an incredible manufacturer joining the adventure.
He's trying to go on the outside, but he goes for it immediately.
Diversity with the 911. We had no choice but to reveal it to you. Another activity awaits. Porsche agreed to send us some of their most interesting models for you to try out. Shipping from Stuttgart, Germany to Hawaii took a little bit longer than they thought, so they've actually just arrived. The Porsche brand embodies power and performance, but it's also about elegance and style. So when you get behind the wheel of a 911, you've got to behave accordingly. Clean driving gets your bonus at the end of each event. The cleaner you drive, the bigger your bonus will be. So even during a race, drive clean, take care of your car, and beat your opponents with finesse. wish I could drive this good. You can do it! In the 1960s and 70s, private racers adapted their Porsche 911 to compete in rally races all over Europe, a testament to the versatility of their design. Porsche originally sold their 959s at around $225,000. Nowadays, some sell for almost $6 million. Take good care of it. to avoid this. Muscle cars are synonymous with raw power, and American-made motors are some of the most powerful out there. We wanted you to experience how Porsche measures up against some other iconic automotive powerhouses. The car you'll be driving is the 911 Turbo 3.6, one of the most famous sports cars in the world. Get ready to face off against some muscle car monsters. You're going up against some tough muscle cars, but you're still driving a Porsche, so take care of it and avoid collisions as much as possible. Driving skills. everything here. You know, Porsche's manufacturers are in Stuttgart, Germany. Do you know what's special with Germany when it comes to driving cars? Yes, autobahns with no speed limit driving. So we provided you with a speed powerhouse to drive Hawaii's highway. So drive fast and drive clean. Don't worry, it's on them. wish I could drive this good. After trying Porsches on the streets and back roads, there's only one place left to try. The racetrack is where the 911 and its engineering really shine. We got our hands on the GT3 Cup, a model designed with track racing in mind. It's one of the fastest cars Porsche has ever made. Don't forget, this playlist is all about clean racing. avoid this. Driving all the Porsches under the rainbow, you've gotten a real feel for them. We're going to Diamond Head. You got some people waiting for you there. I believe you've made quite an impression on some of Porsche's big shots. Face-off will be tough, so get ready.
Welcome. I'm glad you could join. This is Jake, our test driver on the island. Fancy a little showdown? This is your ride. And don't worry about scratching the car this time. Just drive as you please.
it's time to reap your reward. Your vehicle is ready for you to claim. As a prize, we had to choose one car to give you from the Porsche lineup. As you may have just found out, trying to pick a favorite is incredibly tough. But we did it! Congratulations! Your very own Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. Top of the line and ready to hit the roads. New playlist ahead. Let's go! Let's complete this playlist. I bet the next experience we have in store will knock your socks off. It's the product of a unique partnership. The Motorfest is teaming up with one of the most colourful crew of automotive influencers you can find on the web, Donut Media. These guys are the real deal. Their philosophy that cars are for everyone, combined with their electric energy, makes their content stand out like, I quote, a buff horse in a pasture of ponies.
I got a question for you guys, and buckle up, Buttercup, cause it's a doozy. Freaking lightning, baby! Listen up, you buff forces. I've got 7 questions that you need to answer by getting behind the wheel of some of the most iconic cars the world has ever seen.
Here we go.
The car world is made up of rivalries and unanswered questions. You need to settle them once and for all.
More power, baby!
Will it be easy? I don't think so.
That's why I love it. He gives the people what they need to hear.
Lightning, 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 lightning!
And in the end, I need you to answer the biggest question of them all. Who rules the streets?
That is the most badass thing I have ever heard of. More power, baby!
This is Rule the Streets. Rolling! What is next in line? We're not staying in Honolulu just yet. We'll be joining the donut team at the bottom of the mountain. I don't want to spoil the surprise, so I'll just give you one clue. The first question involves Italy at its finest.
Ferrari and Lamborghini have been rivals since they were babies. It's true, but don't look it up. Before we set up camp downtown, you'll be racing through the countryside in the Italian supercar of your choice. Either the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta or the Lamborghini Huracan. Which beast owns the mountain? The Italian Stallion or the Stromboli Bully?
The Ferrari. Saddle up, you Italian cowboy.
Hey, James here. I'm talking to you from this drone. Well, I'm not actually in the drone. That would defeat the entire purpose of a drone. That would be a helicopter. It will follow you the whole time and take some awesome shots for our videos. Not in a weird way. Anyway, have fun. You're making Enzo proud right now. Did you just pass a Lamborghini, or am I seeing things? Hey, no pressure, but these cars are like really expensive, so try not to crash and burn, okay? Dang, dude, what a viewpoint. It really makes you think. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned there's gonna be turns. Sorry. chance, are we? Full Italian power! Give me the gravy, Grandma! And the winner is Ferrari. Was there any doubt?
Now that you've met the donut team, you probably have a better idea of what you're getting into. But trust me, you're still in for a few surprises. From now on, the city's going to be your playground. And your first urban challenge will be a rough and tumble American street brawl. I can't tell you much more right now. We agreed that James will be the one to give you all the details.
All right, tough boys and girls, you think you've got muscles? Well, how about you take it to the streets in a Chevy Camaro ZL1 or a Shelby Mustang GT500 to find out who's got the biggest American muscles. Spoiler, it's me.
The Shelby GT500 performance is your business today.
We're in the muscle cars. Natural habitat, the concrete jungle. How's it feel? Oh, respect the car. flex that car's muscle. I'm flexing right now, you just can't see it. Sorry, that's just the drone talking. He's very excited. Don't mind him. Oh, hey! I used to live in that building. The buffest American muscles. Let's find out. Watch out for that curb. Dude, hammer down. Well, that settles that. Mustang Shelby GT500 for the win.
The Donut Crew has all kinds of shows on their channel. In one of them, they pit cheap parts against the high-end versions. It's called Hilo, and that's exactly what you're going to get a taste of now. And during this workshop, you'll be driving the oh-so-lovely Nissan 370Z Nismo.
Nothing is more iconic than low car. Except for high car. In this time attack, you'll get to drive both 370Zs for one lap each on the same track to find out for yourself what the difference between cheap mods and expensive mods really is. Can you beat your own time switching from low car to high car? Show us then. Does more expensive mean more better? I mean, yeah. No, definitely. Doesn't. We did it in real life.
All right, hotshot. Let's see what you can do with that setup coming straight from the sale rack. Give it the beans! Shot. Let's see what you can do with that setup coming straight from the sale rack. Give it the beans! one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yo! Fully upgraded. Let's rip. Do you even like cars? Like at all? Okay, we've done the whole part switching thingy, brakes, tires, suspension, exhaust. Only the best for my baby. Here comes the straight line. Time to put that Nismo high car to the test. Punch it! Hey, I know you're focused on driving right now, but I just want to call out that I'm doing a really good job flying this drone. It's my first day. Nailing it.
You know, we're sticking to urban terrain for the next event, but we're kicking the intensity up a notch. Motorfest has provided Donut Media with 2 incredible cars, and knowing James, you can be sure they'll be put to good use.
More power, baby! Motorfest gave us 2 hypercars with more power than anyone would ever need. Choose between the Bugatti 138 and the Koenigsegg Jesko and race through downtown Honolulu. Which car will set the new downtown speed record? And who will split an order of shaved ice with me? Hey, can we get some shaved ice on set? Oh yeah, good luck.
Whoa! Someone woke up in a new Bugatti.
Partnering with Motorfest comes with some pretty sweet perks. Check out these 2 spaceships they lent us. Will the Bugatti win? I hope so, because I've been cheering you on this whole time, and I take this sport very seriously.
Let's just rewind that one. We'll get it this time.
The way you passed up that Jesko is like the way my father passed up enjoying life with me. Yeah! First place! Well, that car's done. to our question rhymes with you naughty.
Let's just rewind that.
Bugatti going for the win! Next time I'm calling you a cab. I believe you slightly scratched the paint.
This a do-over. Let's try that again.
That you guys are destroying the previous downtown speed record, but which car's gonna set the new record? The suspense is killing me. I gotta sit down. $350 kilometers per hour in the city? I don't know, that's gotta be at least 100 miles an hour. Line is right there. Oh, baby!
Remix.
Oh, respect the car. And the new downtown speed record goes to the Bugatti 110.
Our new destination, Diamond Head. Let's set forward. No time for surfing, time for drifting. I'm only allowed to give you one hint. You'll be driving one of James's all-time favorites.
Now's your chance to get sideways, muchacho. You'll be drifting this Mitsubishi Land.
Game on! Go drift, my friend. Go drift to your heart's content. This place is amazing. It's like a playground for drifters. You know, that's what they say about Los Angeles these days. Lancer Evo. My friend said it was the fastest car that he's ever driven. What's up, Dan? I bet you never thought you'd be in a video game. Can you drift as long as the Kentucky Cobra? I gotta know! This is gonna make a dope video. You should subscribe to Donut Media. I'm serious. Go do it. And now, you're a certified drifter.
incredible sensations for sure, but no need to reach extreme speeds to get a proper challenge. Meaning? Well, you'll have to go to Honolulu Airport and get on the tarmac to figure it out. The team is waiting for you there with a whole different type of car this time. A high-performance pickup truck by Ford, the F-150 Raptor. You're closing in. Gather all your focus and dexterity. You're gonna need it.
So we know you're a capable driver. What if you don't have any brakes? You'll be driving this Ford Raptor SVT, and I say driving, but you're stuck in cruise control, and you cannot use your brakes. Oh. And did I mention every lap you get faster? So how clean can you drive when slowing down isn't an option?
Riddle me this, coneheads. How do you win when everyone's going the same speed? That's right, your cruise control is locked and you've got to weave through a whole bunch of cones. But don't even think about touching them. This is simple. Each cone that you touch gets you a penalty. Make a perfect lap and you get a big ol' bonus. Imagine each cone is the cutest, buffest horse you've ever seen. You wouldn't run over a horse, would you? Nay, sir. Nay. Well, I guess that's one lap. Good job. I don't know if your robot assistant told you, but I may have forgotten to install the brakes. I've got your mom on speed dial, so you better keep your driving clean and tight. How clean can you drive with no brakes? Well, I'm starting to get an idea. Oh, I'm sorry, is this truck too big for you? You want a widow baby car to make it easier? Well, too bad. Clever girl. Get it? Get it, like in the movie? park.
Wait to see how the Donut Crews use all the incredible sequences they shot with you. They're almost ready to wrap up, but before, they have one more challenge for you. One last face-off. A little pure, unadulterated street racing, featuring two cars that embody the world-renowned German savoir-faire. Well, it looks like I've said too much again. Just pretend you didn't hear anything, okay?
You can't say enough good things about German engineering. I've tried. In this final face-off, two powerhouses battle it out in the streets of Honolulu. Audi R8 Spider head-to-head with BMW M4. Who could ask for anything more? Let's find out once and for all. Who rules the streets?
Audi R8 Spider. Okay, sure. Prove me wrong.
This is the last event, so make it count. Don't worry, we can still be friends after. A before B. That's a scientific fact. This is a lot of fun. Thank you for letting me film you in a totally not weird way. You have nice hands. Watch out, this first ramp is a bit of a doozy. German speedsters definitely pack a punch. Hawaiian punch. Is that even from Hawaii? driving to get us the final answer. There can only be one. Dang, dog. Hit up Jules Verne, 'cause we got friggin' flying cars over here. And that's the Audi, ladies and gentlemen. The R8 Spider rules the streets.
Make sure to get your vehicle reward, driver. This truly was a thrilling ride. But none of this could have been that incredible without your outstanding contribution. That's why a very special car is waiting for you at the container. Is ready to try. Let's go try it. Let's complete this playlist.
What's up, guys? It's Supercar Blondie. I'm here to make you discover.
Playlist is ready to try. Let's go try it. Hypercars are probably the most impressive machines out there when it comes to showing the best of current car engineering and new technologies. If you truly want to catch a glimpse of the future, It's another type of vehicle that wears the laurels, concept cars. Concept cars are experimental models meant to show the world what the future of a brand may look like. They are an incredible method that allows manufacturers to showcase their technological advances, creativity, and craft. Most concepts aren't meant for mass production. Usually only one or a few models are actually produced. Would it surprise you to hear that we have some of the craziest concept cars ever, right here at Motorfest? You're about to drive no less than 6 of them. As icing on the cake, we have a special guest for this tour. A famous dream car specialist, the social media celebrity who's taken the internet by storm. She's the girl with the cars, Supercar Blondie. She's unquestionably the expert for the job.
What's up, guys? It's Supercar Blondie. I'm here to make you discover the rarest and most inconceivable cars on this planet. We're talking getting up close and personal. I'm joining the Motorfest adventure with one goal in mind. Gather the best concept cars ever made and put you in the driver's seat. Check this out, guys. Ready? For the first time, we are unleashing these dream cars and putting them to the test. And it's up to you to unlock their full potential. After all, this is no regular motor show. This is Motorfest. The future awaits. Are you ready?
Supercar Blondie and her crew are waiting for you, ready to give you a real taste of the future. To the next objective. We're on our way to meet Alex. She'll personally introduce the 2 first cars to you and stay in touch as you're driving. All you got to do is pick one for our first event and get as much out of it as you can. First episode, Concept Lamborghinis. Which of these 2 Super Bulls will you pick first? Egoista or Terzo Millennio?